Hey, how's it going? I see here. Today I'm going to be talking about cheap ways of modding your guns. When I say cheap, I don't mean generic brands that will break on you. First things first, one of my first modification on my first handgun is a Glock 21 Gen 3. Alright, got this buddy about 2 years ago. But safety check first. It's clear. Nothing in the chamber. Alright. So I was a noob to gun back then. I have very little knowledge back then, and I went on and bought a cheap light from eBay. Spent like 20 bucks or whatever it is on it, and so far this gun I shot over 1,000 rounds and this light held up. I mean, it doesn't. There's nothing wrong with it. So this thing is a no brand type light. I mean, for guys out there, you're not using this for for war. You're not using this. You're not in Iraq or anything like that. You don't really need to buy those Surefire light. I do have a Surefire. You don't need no stream light or anything. Obviously, they're a lot brighter. Okay. One flaw about this is to turn on your light is on the side. So every time I put down a weapon on its right side, the light turns on. So that's the only flaw I have. In terms of home defense, this will be good. I wish they would have like something where it doesn't stay on the whole time. Where when you're clearing a house, you don't want your light to be on to give out your position. So this, I mean, for typical gun enthusiasts, want to mod your gun, make your pistol look good. Hey, this works, and it's completely flush with the gun, and it looks like it's made for it. I did research on the Glock gun. I mean, not gun, lights. They're a little bulky for me. So this is perfect for home defense, I guess. Whenever you need light, when you need it. So, I mean, you could just put your finger here, okay? So every time you clear house, you turn it on. It gets annoying sometimes, but hey, this is what you get for 20 bucks. Second thing I want to talk about is ar-15. This is a 6920 Colt. In an Asian point of view, this is like the Honda of guns. Just because I'm Asian, I'm comparing to Hondas. Modification is extremely easy on this thing. Okay, you don't take a genius to figure out how to mod this gun. Okay. Another thing is safety check. It's clear. I've got this gun completely stock. The only thing that was, I guess, aftermarket is the macro flip-up sight that came with it. But other than that, there's no rails, there's no light, there's no scope, there's nothing on this gun. All right. And I did a lot of research. Also, okay, I premeditated myself. Okay. Also, if I'm gonna buy a Colt or an AR-15 or a Smith or whatever it is, I'm gonna spend $1,000 on modding it, and then when I got the gun, I took my time, did a lot of research on it, and I spent less than, I think, 500 bucks with this whole mod. So my local gun shop got rails for this gun for about 40 bucks. One flaw about it is just a little bit heavy, but it works fine. It's flush with the gun. Just there's nothing wrong with it. I don't think it will crack on you or anything. Second thing I bought was a scope from Zig. It's called CP1, the CP1 model. I shot round through it, and it works fine for me, and it stayed zeroed in pretty good. Obviously, it's not gonna be as good as those Aimpoint or EOTech ones, but hey, or ACOG or whatever, it works fine. One flaw about this is a little bit too low. It's something that you can't obviously could fix. You can just buy rails risers or whatever. Other than that, it's pretty nice scope. I highly recommended. It has a red and green optics in here, so the little crosshair. Also bought a light from ProTech. Alright, this is a rifle light. Comes with a pressure switch. And the cool thing about this is you can change the setting of it. Now it's a little bit lighter. Now it's on. It's like at 10% lumens. So this thing runs about 400 lumens. And the only thing I like about this is you adjust the brightness. 50 bucks. Hey, it does the same thing as those $300, $400, even $500 tactical light. It does have a strobe action. So not bad. Shot a couple of rounds through it, and then supposedly this is water resistant and impact proof. And yeah, or I mean shock proof. And another thing is, bought a Magpul grip, which is about 25 bucks, and I bought Magpul PMag, and I bought the Magpul buttstock and the grips, which is coming in soon. I spent like 90 bucks on that. And other than that, that's all I did so far. And isn't she pretty? Like I said, this is a Honda. It's of guns. It's reliable and it's easy to mod. Yeah. So put that aside here. So the purpose of this video is not to tell you guys what to get. I'm not advertising what's good or not. I'm just saying for someone like me, and I'm sure most of you out there are just like me, that just want a gun, you know, because it's cool, or for home defense or whatever it is. For this price I pay for this is perfect. You know, you're not in Iraq, you're not in no shooting competition. No, you don't need the top notch stuff. All right, as long as this thing doesn't break on me, it's good. I wouldn't recommend buying no generic, super generic brands of stuff for your gun, you know, that could harm it. But I did a lot of research. These are perfect for it. And same thing with my my XT9 safety checkers. Gun is clear. Did not too much modification, change the trigger, but Protect light as well too. You know, one thing I don't like about this, because the switch is on the side and the strobe action too. With it. Got my girlfriend nail polish painted on there, not bad. Looks pretty slick. And yeah, I spent what, 40 bucks on this light. So in comparison to my Surefire tack light and stuff, obviously it's a lot brighter. It, you know, there's levers that turn on the light that, you know, doesn't get in the way, or yeah. But other than that, hey, whatever doesn't break your wall at the end is the win. All right. I'm gonna be building my next AR-15. I'm gonna do completely, just buy the lower, upper, and just do go crazy on that one. All right, because then I am a gun enthusiast and I like to spend my time. So the next project I'm doing on is gonna be, I say it will be done in 6 months. All right, I'm gonna take it slow on it. I'm gonna modify one thing every month, and see how it turns out. And I'm about to order my lower, or buy my lower. Actually, I have to go to the store and get that, and then order my upper for my next AR. But other than that, thanks for watching. Give me comments and concerns, whatever you think about these products. But for me, shot thousands around through it, and it works fine so far. Haven't got to use this as, you know, home defense yet. Hope not. That will never happen. But it's not bad for its price. All right. Total all my gun modification, I spent less than 500 bucks. So let me know what you think, guys.